Together we were able to push the ability of the Airtags to its max. We found out that the shortest route isn't always the route taken, and that living on the most remote island in the world isn't a problem if you lose your keys there. We now know that there is internet on Antarctica and goats in India. We used the little Airtags in ways we never thought possible. One Airtag is traveling around the world in a westward direction. It started its trip from the Netherlands to Bournemouth in the UK, where its host Jack took the Airtag for a beach walk. From Bournemouth it travelled to Winnipeg in Canada and it saw the local sights. Last stop was California, where Tim took the Airtag to Hollywood. I left the last video with Tim mailing the Airtag on to its next destination. After Tim mailed the Airtag, it made its way to Los Angeles airport the next day. The Airtag spent a whopping 10 days at the airport, waiting for the plane to its next destination. Papeete in Tahiti is our next stop. Someone named Bernard reached out to me when I was just starting doing Airtags and he was willing to receive and forward the Airtag. 10 days went by and the Airtag started to move and it took a flight from Los Angeles to San Francisco. It spent 2 days in various buildings around the San Francisco airport and on June 30th it flew to Tahiti. Not long after the landing I had my first update from French Polynesia. Bernard sent me this amazing video. It was actually quite a joy having the Airtag in Tahiti. As you can see, Tahiti even looks stunning from above. The Airtag also made a trip by ferry to another island and took a domestic flight back to Papeete. After Bernard had his morning tea from his NASA mug, he put the Airtag into a brown envelope and dropped it off at the post office in Papeete, where the next part of the trip started. 4 days later, I would capture the plane from Air Nui that is carrying my Airtag, leaving the Tahiti airport via a local webcam. Matt from Auckland, New Zealand is the Airtag's next stop. He reached out to me back in May, so we had to be quite patient to receive the Airtag. After a flight of 6 hours, the Airtag landed in Auckland and made its way to Matt a few days later. And then...
Right, in just hours from now, New Zealand will go into lockdown. It's after the country detected its first locally transmitted case of coronavirus for 6 months.
Luckily, 2 months later, Matt was able to travel again, and he shot me these photos of the Airtag being in Auckland.
Hi, Alex. The Airtag arrived safely in New Zealand, but only a few days after I received it, we went into a COVID lockdown. I'd hoped to take the Airtag out on the boat and also down to the South Island for skiing. Those plans were put on hold, and it actually spent most of the time at home with me. I've managed to take some photos not too far from my home, and I'm glad to say the Airtag is safely on the way to Victoria in Australia. Thanks for letting me be a small part of this, and I look forward to seeing the Airtag make its way all the way home to you. Bye from New Zealand.
The Travel by Envelope website got a makeover and you can now see the route and stops the AirTag made. You can also join the Telegram channel to get automated updates. If you would like to help me out and receive an AirTag, please contact me at airtagalex@gmail.com.